I'm Sunny,
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Lena.
And I'm Jorge.
and this is our episode today. You can see something a little different. We're on camera.
You can see
Yeah, we
me.
are.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm
So for this
AI and this
episode,
isn't real.
okay,
This isn't really me. I'm just some dude on the camera.
we're all AI.
Oh
Okay.
my
Well, for this episode, we are going to talk about our cringiest and embarrassing moments throughout our life. Does anyone have any cringiest things that ever happened?
I guess, okay, before we start, I want to say, I'm going to look right in the camera and be like, hey, I know you guys have moments like that. It's not just us. I know you guys have
Right.
some for sure. So, I mean, I guess to start off, oh my gosh, I mean, wow. I have a lot that it's weird because I think before we were like, I don't have any. Now that we're like right here, I'm like, wow, we have a lot. I think I actually do have one. I don't know if anyone has done it before when you're like either in like first grade, preschool, or like have you ever called the teacher mom or like mom, like stuff like
Oh,
that? I think I've done that
yeah.
before. I've done that
Very.
before. I'm going back real like early. I've done that before, and I felt so embarrassed and I hated it because I think everyone made fun of me because they're like, oh, hi, like you called teacher your mom, you were a little baby. But I mean, I was a baby. I was like, what, in first grade? So like,
What?
cut me some slack. I mean, we all
Not
make mistakes, but I guess to start out, yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have done that, but yeah, I've done that before too. So put me in that boat. So
I have never done that.
Right,
you
I've
haven't?
also never done that.
Done that.
You're on your own, Jonathan.
Oh
Right, you're on
man.
your
Yeah.
Oh
own.
no. Don't look at me. Like I
I've
can't
never
hide
done that.
away.
I always say Mrs. Like I always do that. I remember messing up like their Mrs. though, like like Ms. and then
Mr.
Mrs.
Mm,
Mrs. Yeah.
Oh
I always
yeah.
say Mrs. and not Ms. because it was just easier for me to say like Mrs. than Ms. And then
Yeah.
yeah,
they'd be like, that's wrong. It's Ms. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
right. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of in college, my professor, like I just could never get used to like calling them like professor. And he's all like, no, you have to call me Professor Hutchin. Oh, hi, if you're watching. I love you. You're the best. You're the best English teacher ever. Um, other than my high school teacher one, sorry.
Oh
but
my goodness.
he would always be like, no, like you need to either call me Professor Hutchin or you need to call me Phil. And I'm like, I'm not gonna call you by your first name because I'm not used to that, you know.
Yeah.
So I
Mm.
would always call him Mr. Hutchin, and he would get so mad at me, and he'd be like, Celeste, how many times do I have to tell you? It's
Oh.
Professor Hutchin, and I'm all like, sorry. And then he'd be like, okay, it's fine. And then like later that day, I would be like, so Mr. Hutchin, and he would just be like, yes.
Just be like,
Yes.
It's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Come
It's
on,
okay.
Lena.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But oh, since Jonathan's going way back of
way back.
embarrassing moments, I will also go way back when I was, I had to be like 7 or 6 or something. And I really wanted bangs, and like my mom did not want me to have bangs. And I was like, why won't you let me have bangs? And she's all like, you're just not gonna look good with them. You just have like a little small face, so like it's just gonna crowd up your face.
Oh
And so,
snap.
like, ever since she had told me no, I would sneak into the bathroom and I would like cut like little pieces of like my hair in the front,
Oh
and then
no.
but, like I wouldn't show her, because then like I would just brush them like back, and
Mhm.
I
Mm.
wouldn't you wouldn't see them. And then one day I was all like, I'ma just commit. And then I full
Oh.
like
Great
made my
thing.
bangs and I cut my own bangs and literally they were like super like the little tiny, you can't tell because my hair is
Micro bangs.
I had little micro bangs like this, and they were like either like some were like long and then like little short pieces.
Lopsided.
Oh
And I was
no.
like, I thought I looked so cool. I came running out of the bathroom and I'm all like, Mom, look at my bangs. She's all like, oh my.
And like, slay.
She's all like, what did you do to your hair? And I'm all like, well, you wouldn't let me get bangs. So like I did them myself. And she
Fashion
was
mom. You know
right.
what
She was so mad at me, but I thought I looked great. I did not look great.
I think I remember that. I think we had a reunion when we were small, and I was like, "Her hair looks weird," but I don't wanna say anything. I think I remember. Because I didn't know what bangs were. I just knew, like, I just said, "This part of your hair looked weird" in my head, and I was like, "I don't know why it looks like that, but it looks like that."
It just looks like that, right? I think because yeah, we had to wait like a couple of days until I had to like go and get it fixed and stuff, and then yeah, then I had real bangs like that looked
We-
normal and not all lopsided.
That was funny. Oh, wait, I think I have speaking of hair, I feel like I remember oh my god, wait, I remember this. Okay, I remember that
That's because you
I
repressed it.
was
That's why.
probably, like, I probably and so I remember that, I wanted to get my hair cut, right? And, like, during, like I remember, like, in, like it was, like, around high school, I was in, I think, like, freshman year, and I remember I used to be really self-conscious of my curly hair, so I always cut it, like,
Damn.
super, super short, and so I remember that I wanted to get a haircut, but, like, I was kind of embracing my curly hair, so I was like, "I'm probably gonna, like, just keep it a little bit curly," you know what I mean? Like, shave out, like, kinda like John's hair now. I want it to be
Mhm.
like that. And so the thing is that, like, so, like, I remember my mom, I think she was like, you're older now, just tell the person, like, what kinda haircut you want." And so I was like, okay." And so the thing is that, like, I remember I was
Oh
like,
man.
can I just get a, like, a short haircut?" And, like, the guy was
Oh
Asian,
no.
so, like, he was like, "Okay, short haircut." And so I was like, "Okay." And then, like and also he was on the phone too, like, while doing my
Oh
hair.
no.
And, like,
That's
he got, like,
horrible.
the what do you call it? Like, the
The
razor, like,
clippers.
the zzz
Oh
yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
goodness.
So he was like,
Oh,
and, like, make it really, really short. I was like, "I thought I was supposed to be cutting it, not, like, using the clippers." And so I was like, "Oh, this needs to stop," but I don't know what to say stop, and I was, like, having, like, a low-key panic attack. I was like, and then my mom, like, they finally jumped in 'cause she looked away from her phone, and then she was like, "Oh my god." And so the thing is that, like, and she jumped in, she was like, "Oh, okay, I think this is good." I'm like, "Yeah, this is good." And, like, he didn't finish, and there was, like, some loose hairs in the back and over
oh
here.
no.
Like, I looked like Cynthia. Like, it was so bad. Like, I remember, and he was kind of like, "Oh crap," too. And he was like, Okay, we're done." And I was like, "Oh
We're
my
done.
god, I'm ugly." And so I was just, like,
I'm
sitting
ugly.
in the I was just sitting in the waiting room, like, disassociating while my mom's, like, paying, like, it was just horrible, and then, like, we went to the car, and then we went and I was still dissociated, so I was just, like, walking to the car, like
Oh
and
my
sitting in the car like
god.
this, and then we made it to TJ Maxx or something, and I was like, "Okay, let's go in," and I'm like, "No, we can't go in, I'm ugly," and then I was like, "Why?" Like, "You're fine." It's like, "No, I'm ugly," and, like, I remember I had this outburst, I was like like, I cried, like, I, like, ugly cried, and then my mom cried with me, and I was like, "You're not ugly, it's just you just have a bad haircut." I'm like, "I'm ugly!" And I was just
Oh
crying, like,
no.
I genuinely thought it was the ugliest thing in the world, I was just, like, crying, like, "Ugh." And I had to go to school like that, you know what I mean? And so I
Oh
remember people
man.
were looking at me like, "What happened?" Right? And I made up this lie. I was like, "Oh, my cousin put gum in my hair and I had to chop it all off." And I was like they were like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, it was a lie. But yeah,
Sorry.
I was
Putting
full on
gum in Sunny's hair.
Like,
yeah, I was literally 2008 Britney Spears, like, just
Oh
full
my
on,
Oh my
gosh.
like,
god.
bald-headed,
you were
you know
ahead
what
of
I
your
mean?
time.
I know, right? I was bringing 2008 back that time, cause I was, like, what? I was, like, 14, so 2014, so yeah, I had a better cut in 14 it was, like, 8 years ago, right? So I was bringing the Britney Spears haircut back,
Yeah.
and so,
Mm.
yeah, I looked horrible. So, yeah, that was my embarrassing moment with haircuts. Never again.
Uh,
Never.
yeah. No,
No.
I think we feel like we all had, I think, bad haircuts at least one or like a lot of points in our time, you know. What about you, Hora? Do you have any crazy, embarrassing stories that you like to tell us
Oh.
about?
Let's see. I guess since you guys started off with like ones when you were younger, I have one when my mom took me out to try out for baseball. And
Ooh, okay.
I was in line with all the other kids because they're like, "Oh, they're gonna hit a fly ball and you're gonna try to catch it." And I'm like, "Oh, like, I saw everyone else like, oh, they just running out and catching it like easy." I'm like, I'm gonna try it too. I'm not because some of them let
Yeah.
it bounce, but I'm like, nah, I got this, I got this. So I'm like, the ball's in the air. I can little me is all like running around. He's like, I'm gonna catch it, and I missed the ball. It hit me in the knee, and I fall over, and I'm all like,
Uh,
I'm just crying on
oh.
the ground, and literally there was like
Mm.
two guys like ran out to the field, and they carried me out the field, and I'm all like, oh my
Oh.
god, like thinking now, like obviously that was embarrassing, but I'm all like, I think it's funny because I'm like, in the end, like fast forward like 5 years, and I actually like they're like, oh, like they gave me the MVP for most improved like player and everything because like I was like
Hey, redemption
I
arc.
I over I overcame that tragic beginning
A
and
tragic start.
My knee.
but
Oh
my
my
knee.
gosh.
Oh wait, where's that
Is that why you
one?
have
My
such bad knees,
leg.
man?
My
Probably,
leg.
I don't
My
know.
leg.
Yep.
My
Literally.
leg.
You busted your kneecaps.
Oh, poor Ore. I can't imagine like the
Yeah.
ball hitting it. You're just like pain, just like all that
Pain,
pain.
and I just
Oh,
fall over like
Wait,
ah.
oh.
wait. Speaking of pain from balls, wait.
Why
So
did you
like,
have to word it like that?
sorry, my bad.
No,
But
you're good.
like,
You're good.
so like, all of us have worn glasses, right? Or just Hori have not
Yeah.
worn glasses.
No, Hori
Yeah.
wears glasses now.
Oh, okay. But like, do you ever hate that moment, like when you're a kid, right? It's like recess, right? And kids are like, playing and everything, and you have glasses, right? You know that embarrassing moment when like a ball comes at you and your glasses fall?
Oh yeah, like hits it off your face.
Yeah,
Like
it hits you off your
boom.
face,
Oh
and
my
everybody's like,
gosh.
and you're like, the embarrassing thing is you have to pick it up, like nothing happened. Like, it's
Mm.
just, it's so embarrassing. I remember like 2 times it happened to me. I had glass, I got hit in the face by a soccer ball, and then hit in the back
Oh.
of the head by a basketball, and like everybody's like, and you're just, your glass is just standing over there, and you're like, I have to pick it up now.
I gotta.
No.
Like, it's embarrassing. That
No,
happened to me a
I
lot.
could relate.
Well,
Yeah.
cause like
Yeah.
in high school, like I didn't like to wear my glasses. So like when I would like go to PE or whatever, like I wouldn't wear them. And then my coach would be like, "Come on, like Lena, like let's go." And then I'd be like,
Get up.
"Okay, pick it up." And I'm like, "All right." So I'm gonna hit the little, what is it, the birdie for like badminton. I'm all like,
Mm-hmm.
it's coming to you. Like one of my best friends was in the class, and I'm like, it's coming to you. And she's all like, I'm ready, and I throw it in the air, and I'd be like, whoosh, just miss.
It's
Every time she's all like, let's go, and I'm all like, I'm sorry, like I keep missing. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And it's like
I
obviously, like
can't
I can't
see.
You
see,
can't see.
or like. Or when I would go into the cafeteria and I'd be trying to look for my friends, and I'm all like, where are they?
The
You're just
occasional
like,
squinting of the eyes, like, huh?
oh.
Like I don't see them, and I would be like, I'd have to like call out for someone, like Arthur, are you out there? Because I can't see.
Hello.
It's like
Hello.
I just see, I see wobbly images.
All right, I'm just seeing a lot of people, but I don't see which ones are my friends. These don't look like wobbly images. I know.
No, yeah, I feel like for me, like I always had glasses, like throughout my childhood, but I think I remember, like, I don't think I really need glasses as a kid. I think I just got them because, like, I remember as a kid, like, whatever John got, I had to get. So, like, braces, I got braces.
Mm.
Glasses, I got glasses. And so I feel like for me, I didn't really need glasses. Like, I remember the doctor would be like, yeah, like, she can't see far away, but, like, not badly, but, like, she doesn't have perfect vision, basically. And so, like, every time I have glasses on, like, you can see, like, the thickness of the lens.
Yeah.
I always have really thin lenses growing up.
Mm.
And so the thing is that, like, I didn't really need glasses, but I just still wear them. But I remember, like, one day in high school, I like joined like dance club and Korean club, and we would have practices every day. And so, like, oh yeah, also speaking of like glasses falling, yeah, I remember in like dance club, I like threw my glasses off because we had to do like a spinning head move, and I was like, whoosh, and my glasses fell, and everybody did the occasional, and so I had to run. I had to like the walk of shame to get my glasses. Like,
Walk of shame.
you can continue, and so it was. Ugh, I hated that. And so like I just did not wear them that day, but since we had practices every day, so I didn't really wear glasses every day. And then to the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't need them, and so I never wear glasses anymore. Yeah, so yeah, that's why. Also, speaking of like my cream club and dance club, I would say those were cringy moments. Not because like I was in like Korean club, but like not because I was a Korea boo or whatever, but like it's because that time in high school was my first time dancing, and looking back, me dancing, I look like a freaking noodle. I hated it because like I was like
Mm.
super skinny. Like I was super skinny and I was like tall. Like I wasn't super tall. Like I'm not 6 foot, like I'm 5'7". But like a lot of my friends in that club were like under 5'7", so they were like maybe like 5'6" or like, like 4'9". So like they were all small. So I looked like I was the tallest there, right? And so like so you just see this like tall like freaking like person in the back looking like Slender Man just like dancing like it was gross. I was like, why do I look like that? I look like a noodle. It was like so bad. I was like, I remember this one move. I was like it was just gross. And so like I
The move.
remember all my friends in high school, they were like, you were dancing so good. You were the best out of all of them. I
Oh
was like, you
no.
lying two-faced bitches. How dare you? I looked gross. No, they lied. They lied. Mm-mm.
Maybe at the time they thought it was cool. Who knows? They're like,
No,
"I'm
no,
sorry."
nothing of this is cool. Like, no, I looked gross. I looked demented and horrible. It
Goodness.
was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're the older person that I can relate to because I think everybody who went to high school. I mean, who knows? Because I think when I went to high school, I definitely had a phase going through high school, and every time I think about it, because I know Hora and Lena can back me up because I think I was going through it. I had like a scene kid slash emo phase, and I thought it was the coolest
Where
thing
are
ever.
you?
Well, yeah, yeah, listening to all the bands like Simple Plan, My Chemical Romance, all the sad boy songs. I was just like, where are you?
I didn't
All
get
that
to
like
Yeah.
listen.
whiny music. But I thought it was cool. I mean, I still listen to the music to this day, so that hasn't changed. But
Right,
the
the
style,
music was not the problem. It
yeah,
was
it was the attire, the everything,
mm,
the swoopy hair, the band tees, the I Heart Boobies bracelets that everyone for some reason was
The
super obsessed
entire
with.
like roster of bracelets on your
right.
arm.
Yeah,
Arm
going to
was
Hot
covered in
Topic,
them.
making mom take me to Hot Topic, Sunny, and being like, I need to get this. While like, it's funny because I think walking into Hot Topic itself, it was kind
It's
of
like
scary for
I
people who
need
don't
a
know.
chain belt.
Yeah, because you walk in, there's like death metal playing or like just like rock playing, and everyone's like, "What the hell is going on?" You're just like, "I want this band tee and stuff like that." But yeah, that's oh my God. Because I think
I
I
remember.
even made like I think I even made my dad like help me straighten my hair because I was like, "No, Dad, I can't go to school without me looking cool with my like floppy hair." And I'm like, "Ugh."
Like I need
Every time I
straight
think about it, I'm like,
hair.
ugh. I like cringe at myself because I thought that was the coolest thing. And I think during that time, I was like, man, this is gonna be like my forever. Like this is the real me. Even
It's the
It's
real
not a
you
face.
now.
it's not a
This is
face.
me now.
Yeah,
This
like
is me. This is the real me.
oh my God, I can't like I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking in high school, but I mean, I did learn a lot, but yeah, definitely back then. I thought having like skinny jeans and like one of those studded belts. I was like, yeah, I'm so
Oh
cool.
my god, skinny
This
jeans,
is gonna kill
bro.
it in
Yeah.
homeroom. You know what I mean? Like kind of stuff
Right.
like that. Oh my
I'm
God,
glad skinny jeans are not a thing anymore.
I thought they were
I
the
know some
coolest
people
thing.
wear them. I just meant like for me personally, like I just hated waking up in the morning and have to be like, okay,
Here we
gotta
go.
put one leg in and gotta put a one leg out. You gotta shimmy like, like it was a lot of work. Like if you saw me wearing skinny jeans that day, that means I'm ready for the day. I put in effort,
Good.
and so I'm kind of glad that skinny jeans are like kind of over. I mean, some people still wear them, but I'm just glad that like it's not like you have to wear them, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, hopefully I'm not the only one. I know everyone watching and I was like, oh yeah, I had a phase. Hopefully, like I'm not the only one that went through a phase because I was wondering to ask either Lena or Jorge, have you guys gone through phases? Because as we were growing up, I don't think like I don't remember having you guys have
No, I
a
had it.
phase or anything like that. Oh, you had one?
I had
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Yeah,
You're
because
Yeah,
frosted tip.
I had
his
the frosted
hair.
tips. I bleached my hair. I'd have like different
Oh,
color in my
that's
hair at
right.
You got
times.
the
Like
puka
That
shell necklaces.
I had the puka shells. I
oh,
had
that's
the
right.
did I? Oh, I had the
See, I'm
chain
not the
around
only
Frosted
one.
tips were
on my
iconic,
wallet.
though. You should bring those back. Oh yeah,
Your
the
Snoopy
little chain
shells.
on your wallet.
So I look
No,
like
not the
Sugar Ray. I
poopy
think I
shells.
mentioned that.
The
I mentioned that
frosted.
before. I look like Sugar Ray.
You
Oh
did
yeah.
look like Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
That was
Uh,
great.
see, I'm
You
not the
young
only
He,
kids
one.
out
he
there,
always
look
looked
up
like
Sugar Ray.
he always looked like an
Yeah.
NCT
Look up
member to
Sugar
me.
Ray.
Yeah, because I think wait, did Lena, did you go through a phase during that time, or did you not have like a certain phase, or did you want to try something new back then, or were you just kind of like, nah?
I mean, I went through different phases, but like I didn't go like hardcore like you,
Mm.
Jonathan. You and Jonathan. You are Jonathan.
Yeah.
You
You
and
are.
Jorge. I didn't go like hardcore like that. Because then yeah, like when I was older, then that's when I started like dyeing my hair and stuff. But like that wasn't
Oh.
necessarily like a scene phase. It was just like I'm gonna be crazy and dye my hair. That was just
Oh,
me.
gotcha.
That was just me
Gotcha.
being mentally unstable. But
Ah, yes.
It's like mood,
I
mentally
wouldn't. Yeah,
unstable
I
core.
wouldn't. I wouldn't classify that as me being cringe or like embarrassing. Like I was just like, I just want to dye my hair, different colors. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause
If I
yeah, 'cause
yeah,
I
if
think
I had if I had like phases or whatever, yeah, they were like I had them, but it was never full
yeah.
on
Yeah, because I
blown.
was gonna say that because I think I wanted to dye my hair at one point too, but I think Sunny knows too. I think mom was like, "Oh hell no," because I think at that point she was like, "Stop, you
That's
gotta stop."
Yeah,
that's
and
too
also
far,
it's a good thing
Jonathan.
we stopped. It's a good thing we stopped too because like we have curly hair. This is our natural hair, and so
Yeah.
like dyeing your hair but and having curly hair, it damages a lot. So already
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
straightening and
Oh
then
man.
dyeing it, you would have been bald headed right now.
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
Like,
you would have had no hair. You would have
oh
no hair.
no, I can't imagine being bald.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so it's a good
gosh.
thing. Yeah, because like you would always train it every single day with no heat protection, like no
Yeah, man.
like
I was like,
barrier, just
whatever
straight
about it.
on like
Right,
like
Jonathan would like have it like full like all the way, and then you would
high
see like the air like coming
smoke.
out of it. Like it would be like and he's all like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
this is it."
This
this
is
is
it.
it.
I thought it was.
I'm
I was
gonna
like, I
have
was just
straight
like,
hair.
I was like, this is it. This is the process. This is what makes me gonna make
I'm
me
gonna be like
cool.
the emo boys,
I was like, this
you
is what's
know.
gonna make me cool, guys. This is
Hmm.
what it is. But it wasn't because I think like, not
You
even
were
the
cool
hair.
though. Weren't you cool in high school though?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I
I
feel
thought you
like,
were always cool. I'm all like, Jonathan's so cool, and I was like a freaking nerd in
oh,
high school.
I
No,
feel
I feel
touched
like
because
John was cool in like the alternative crowd. You know what
if
I
you want to
mean?
if you want to
Mm.
call us the outcasts or I guess degens, and yeah, I was cool in that group. That's me. That was
Yeah,
me. That was
Yeah.
me.
I
Yeah.
feel like in the alternative group, he was the cool one, but if he was like around like jocks and like athletes,
Oh
he
hell
was the
no. Yeah,
loser.
I was a nerd in that
Yeah.
compared to them. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was like not even the colored hair, but I think I even wanted like piercings as well. I wanted like face piercings and all that stuff. And mom was like, "All right, we're
think
calling
twice.
it. No more." Mm-mm. I was like, yeah, because I think I was like listening to like oh my god, what are they called? Black Veil Brides. I think it was like a super like really like rock band, metal band. And I was like, oh man, I want to get some face piercings. And my mom was like,
Yeah.
mm-mm, hell
Mm-mm.
no, hell no. And I
Crazy.
think that's when I was like, all
Not
right,
in my household.
yeah. Yeah. I'm actually really glad. Thank you, know what, mom, if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you for saving me from that because I don't think I would have probably regretted it to be honest. Regretted it.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why. I feel like for me, I don't think I ever really went into a phase. I don't think I have.
But I
I think
think
I mean, I was interested into like I guess like I mean, because I
mhm.
remember growing up, I was into a lot of like J-pop and anime and like in the early 2000s, and so but I wasn't like to the point where I'm just like I'm like 1.5 Japanese. Like I wasn't that extreme. Like
Oh,
Nah, yeah, but yeah,
yeah,
you were pretty full on with the K-pop or like with the Korean stuff.
yeah, and like yeah, and but I think like in the early 2000s I was into like J-pop stuff and Japanese stuff, but then like around like high school I was like into Korean stuff and like full on like like I think I wasn't like Korea, but it wasn't anything like that. But I remember like I
Uh-huh.
was like
Uh-huh.
I
Keep
had
telling
this
yourself
I
that.
had the
Keep
snow app. I had the snow app, right? I
I
would
had the
like
snow app.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I would like
gosh.
I would like lighten my like skin tone, and I would have like these big anime eyes, and like I would do a
Yeah,
lot of
those
like
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like and I'd be do like my lips like
Oh my god.
like I would try to make my face like super small and like it was super filtered. Like I would have pics like that. They're gone. They're never gonna be seen ever. But I used to like do that. So I would say
On
like
our
I
next
did have
podcast, I'm just kidding.
phasing. No, no, don't expose me. And so like I would say like I was into faces, but I didn't like deep down, like you know what I mean. I was at the
Mm.
tip, but I wasn't like at like deep down.
I think for me when I was going through my emo phase, I was not super deep, but I was getting there. I was trying to get to the like the bottom level if I could because I think I had it all except the piercings and the hair color. I think thinking back, I think I even like wrote down like on like what is it like printer paper, and I'd be like, I'm gonna write some sad lyrics because it's such a sad day, and I just think about it like I cringe at myself because I think I was that kid also who was like, yeah, I'm gonna learn guitar because it's who I am and stuff like that.
Oh
it was
yeah,
all
you had
gross.
guitars.
Oh my
It's funny though,
god,
like,
I think
I
it was
remember.
it's super cringy thinking back though, but like at the time that was the thing, right? Like that
yeah, that was the thing.
you
Mhm.
were the guy, Jonathan. You were the
Yeah, I was that guy who like came to parties and was like, "Hey guys, I brought my guitar. Who wants to listen to me play guitar?" Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Just you saying that reminded me of like it's not like my cringy thing or like see everyone has like different things like of what they think is cringy or like
yeah.
embarrassing or whatever. Cause yeah, like I remember like in high school, like there would be no shade to like the people or whatever that would do this. But yeah, like they would like bring
Mhm.
like their ukulele and they're like, let me play that one Jason Mraz song for you
Oh
on the
my
ukulele. And
god.
I'm like,
Yes.
oh my
Yes.
god. I'm like, this guy, I'm all like, get out of here. It's
Yeah,
like,
cuz
see, like, but he probably thought he was super cool, you know,
that's
like
what I
at the
thought.
time. And I was just like, I'm not into
Yeah,
it.
you probably thought he was super obnoxious. You're like, "The hell? Like this guy? Who's this guy?" Oh my god.
Right? I'm all like, this is school. Okay, we are
Yeah.
not in music class.
Class. No, but do you? I remember. What's a well? Have you guys have like embarrassing moments where like okay, well like okay, like have you guys peed peed
Come on, Sonny, say it. Say it.
peed in your pants or like pooped in your pants before?
Oh,
Oh
as a
my
kid?
gosh.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever, but I think I've had a kid in my class who has. And I
I
feel
have.
I feel bad though because I kind of feel like where you're gonna say Sonny's like yeah it was like a traumatic experience which I assume like it was because I think the kid in my class like it happened and I guess he
Mhm.
was I guess after that day he didn't show up for class for like I think a week because he was so embarrassed and I think
Oh
after he
my
came
I
back
wouldn't
he
gosh.
show
was
up
just like
either.
okay yeah I mean I don't blame him yeah because he wanted everyone else to forget because I think everyone like I mean everyone was nice about it but I think you got the occasional like haha here comes Mr. PP pants or whatever and I'm like
Mhm.
oh man.
Oh
Oh
man.
man, but yeah, yeah, but
No, yeah,
For
I
me,
never peed or pooped my pants, but I remember in kindergarten, um, we had like one like bathroom in the classroom, and I was like, I gotta go. So like I went into the bathroom, but I didn't lock it because since I was young, you know, so I was afraid that if I locked it, like I was gonna be stuck in there forever. And so,
oh okay.
so I didn't lock the door, and then I was sitting on the toilet, and then the guy I liked opened the door, and he was all like, "Oh, sorry," and then I was mortified, and I was like,
Oh man, you're just like
he just saw the guy that I liked saw me sitting,
toilet.
and I
you're
was
just like
Sitting
like,
on the crapper.
I'm like, I was like, I was just stunned, and
you're just
I
like that just happened. What?
Well,
right.
for me, I it was a really traumatic. I remember that like it was first grade. It was 2006. It was a nice warm sunny day. Like I knew everything, and I remember like we just got out of lunch, and so like we came back, and I remember like it was like math time. We were doing math, and then like it was like I think like 30 minutes in, and so like I didn't have to pee at the time, right? And I was like, oh no, I need to pee. And I'm like, Mrs. Jackson, can I go to the bathroom? And they're like, you should have went. It's already, and by the way, it's been 30 minutes
I
already.
hate when teachers do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I hate when they fucking
it's
do
been
that.
30
Oh,
minutes, right? And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I can't ask again, right? I can't do it. And I'm like, but I need to go to the bathroom, right? And I remember seeing the math question. It was like 2 strawberries plus 2 strawberries
I like
equal
remember
like
every detail.
yeah, I did. I remember. I was like, oh my god, I can't think. Like 2 strawberries plus 2 strawberries. What is this? Oh my god. Like I'm just
It's
like
4 strawberries, by the way, but yeah.
yeah, but I was just concentrating on not making myself pee. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was crazy. And I remember I was like, oh no, I can't hold it in. It's coming. Oh my god.
Oh
And I
no.
remember I pissed my pants. I was and like it was horrible.
I like how
And
you
like
said that.
I know, right?
Yes.
And I was so
I
embarrassed.
peed my
And then my
pants.
and then I'm not calling her out. I'm not calling her out. But my bestie from kindergarten, she's sitting next to me. She like screamed out loud and she was like, ew, Sunny peed like out in public. Everyone's like, what? What? Oh my
Aw,
god. And I was like, oh
damn.
Oh
and then
my
Mr. Jackson
gosh.
said, and then my teacher was like, girl, the fuck? Like she was angry. Like she was like, girl, really? I'm like, excuse me,
The
bitch.
audacity.
Yeah, I was like the audacity.
Oh
You
my
you're
god.
angry. You're angry that I peed my pants. I told you freaking 10 minutes ago that I needed to go to the bathroom. This all could have been like this all could have not happened if you just told me, sure, go to the bathroom. So I
Like it
hated that she was
was
mad,
your
right?
fault.
Yeah, it was her fault, not my fault. But like I remember, so yeah, I remember she told me like, okay, Sunny, go to the bathroom. Like she didn't like feel like empathetic to me. She was just like, go to the bathroom. I was like, and I had to like,
Damn.
I was like all like wet, like,
Oh,
and it was
damn.
horrible.
Oh
And
no.
I remember our classroom had a sink, right? And so I remember I saw her like grabbing this, like grabbing, like the chair had like a dent for the butt, so there was like a puddle in the dent,
Oh,
right? And so like
Oh
she
no.
was like
god.
slowly picking it up, right? And like walking to the sink and not making it drop. And I remember right as I opened the door and the door was like closing slowly, she like missed the sink and all the kids were like,
Oh, no.
and then
I'm
but
sorry.
and then the door closed and I was like, oh well, gotta go to the office. Like you know what I mean? And so I like literally walked to the office
Oh
like
my god.
in my
Oh
pants.
my god.
And I was just like, I went to the office and I was like, and they're like, what do you need, sweetie? I'm like, I peed my pants.
Oh no.
Right? And she was like,
Oh.
oh, okay. Well, do you need to call your parents? And I was like, I don't know their numbers.
And then the tears come out.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and they're like, oh, okay, okay, we'll get your file. And so she was like looking through and
Oh my
everything.
gosh.
And then like, and so like during that time, like my mom was the emergency, but she was at work. And so the next one was my dad. And so they called my dad. And so I was like, oh yeah, like your child, like, had an accident. And then like I remember like they gave the phone to my dad, like they gave the phone to me, and I was like, beep beep. I was like, I
Oh,
did pee pee in my pants. I was like, and
oh,
he was like,
poor
oh
Sonny.
no. And so he dried all the way. I was like sitting in that chair. I don't know. He
Oh,
probably threw away that chair, but I was like just sitting in the chair all
threw away the
wet.
whole chair.
Like,
Threw away
yeah.
the whole
And so,
chair. Throw the
yeah, I
whole
was just
chair
sitting
Burn
in
away.
it.
the chair, like, I'm just sitting in my own pee, like all miserable. And then my dad comes in. He
Oh,
was like, "Oh my god!" Like he brought me like an extra pair of like pants and underwear. And so I remember like he he took me to like the bathroom like. And I remember like I like changed and everything. And it's funny too because like I remember that I left my dirty underwear in the stall.
oh, the
Oh
custodian must have
no.
had a great day. It's probably like, what the hell?
Yeah, I remember too. It was like Power Ranger underwear and everything. I remember it was like gross. Yeah,
Oh
and I left
man.
it there. And I remember, yeah,
Oh my god!
That's so good.
it was embarrassing. And I remember like school. I remember like school ended right, and so like my dad talked to my teacher, and like I should have like told him like it's her fault, but I didn't say anything.
It's her. Yeah,
I
that
was
was
just
her fault.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bet she was like, oh poor Sunny, like I like she probably could have said something. I'm like, I did. I don't know.
It's like what she
Yeah.
did. What the?
Yeah, I didn't know the
Yeah.
conversation. I didn't hear the conversation, but yeah, then I
Oh,
went home, and then yeah, that was horrible. But surprisingly, people didn't bully me for that.
that's good though. That's
Yeah,
good.
they just bullied me because I was, homosexual.
Oh, well, There's
Well,
that. Yeah.
Like, if like we don't care that you're fat, we don't care that you're Latino, we don't care that you peed yourself, but we do care if you're a homosexual because that's the most gross thing ever.
Oh my
Like
god.
literally, I was like, you don't care that I'm
priorities.
poor, Latino,
Yeah.
fat, obese, but you care that I'm gay? It was like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Kids be
most horrible
cruel.
thing. Okay, okay. And
Yeah,
so,
kids
all
be
right,
cruel.
yeah. So they didn't like. I remember like they're gonna bully me. They'd be like, I'm like, okay, you didn't say I'm like, did anyone not know I peed? I'm like, okay, and so like yeah, that happened. Yeah, that was
Mm.
my story.
That was your
That was a
story.
good story, by the way.
That was a good story. I
Good
mean, like
story.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yes,
at
That
least
was
you can
good.
laugh about it now, though. You know.
yeah, I can
Right.
laugh
So
about it now. That's
yeah.
why. Oh
How
wait,
do you
also
follow
I have
that?
another pee story. But I didn't pee my pants. Oh wait, no, it's not pee. It was poop. But I didn't poop my pants. But it was like it was embarrassing. So
Yes.
I was like, I think it was like 2018. It was pretty recently. I know, right? It was pretty recently, and like we went to IKEA, right? And I remember like like the
I know
IKEA
the story.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
that's right.
IKEA
Okay, okay.
meatballs, right? They were so good,
The
right? And I was
Swedish
like,
meatball.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
remember like like John was there. I remember my entire family went to the bathroom. They're like, oh, like indigestion. So I was like, no, I'm fine, right? I'm just sitting there pretty, like, no, just waiting. And then like how like IKEA's kind of like a maze. So there's bathrooms from the beginning or the end. There's no bathrooms in the middle, you know. And
Mhm.
so I was like in IKEA and I was straight in the middle, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh.
I was like, it was like, it was like, I was like,
Oh, you're just
oh,
like,
okay, it's fine, right? I was like, okay, I can keep going. And I was like, "Oh, oh no. Oh, no,
oh,
no,
it's
no."
coming. It's coming.
That was me in my head. I was like, "Girl, it's I gotta go. I gotta go." And I remember, like, I was like, "But I'm in the middle. There's no bathrooms, right?" I'm like, "Do I go backwards or do I go forwards?" I was like, "Screw it. I'm gonna run." And so, like, I was just like,
Oh.
and I was like, running. I was like, I need a shit. Oh my god! And so I was like pushing people, like, excuse me, excuse me. And I was like, oh my god, it's happening! It's coming! I was like, oh my god, I was panicking. I was like, I'm like 18 years old. I'm gonna poop my pants. This cannot be happening. And I
Oh
remember just like
no.
walking, walking, and walking. And I remember, okay, I see the bathroom, right? But here's the thing, right? And so I remember I went to the I know I'm trans, but the thing is that during that time I was like, a boy, but whatever. But I went to like the men's bathroom, and I hate that men's bathroom only have one stall.
Yeah.
Why? It's a bunch of urinals. Like men poop too. Like I don't understand. You know what I mean? And I remember I went to the bathroom, line, line,
You're like line.
men's bathroom and line. That does not make sense, girl. Like if
Mm.
I was a woman, I would understand. But a men's bathroom with a line
With
for the
those Swedish
stall.
meatballs.
It was
Yes,
meatballs.
and
Yeah.
I
It
remember,
be
like,
hitting everybody.
all the men there waiting for the stall. I was like, "Why are we waiting here?" They were like, "For the stall." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm, like,
For
just
the
sitting there,
stall.
like, "Oh my god, I gotta crap," right? And then people were just, like so men were just going and coming and going to pee and pee, and this guy, he was freaking playing Candy Crush. I heard the freaking delicious, and I'm like, "What the f" I'm like, people have to poop. And I was like, girl. And then like he like stopped playing, like he zipped. I was like, okay, thank you. And I went to the bathroom, and girl, it just flowed out like a Niagara
Oh.
Falls. Like it was. I remember I had to bite down on like my sweater because it was just so good. I was like, like it was just like it
Sunny
was
there fighting for
horrible.
her life in there.
Yes. And I remember after I was done, I was just sitting there in euphoria because I was like, oh my god, I feel so great right now. And I was just like sitting there for a good 2 minutes, right? And then I did my business, and I like, I wiped it everything, and I was like, okay, okay, time to buy furniture. And then
From the
that was
buy
it.
furniture.
It was the most horrible thing ever. That's when I go to IKEA. I don't want to eat there because I'm scared it's gonna happen.
Trauma. Meatball trauma.
Not again.
Yeah, and if I'm gonna eat there, I'm probably gonna wait like 10 minutes by the bathroom just in case something happens. I'm like, I'm gonna wait a little while. So yeah, so that's my stories on, doing number 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Well,
you got
doing
both. You got
almost
both numbers.
Yeah.
You had both, yeah.
yeah. I have IBS, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
That was my story.
Do you guys have any poop related stories? Pee related stories?
I don't
Or
have any
Lena?
No
embarrassed
poop related stories here.
Yeah, because
Oh.
I feel like everyone's
I
gone
mean,
through a lot.
wait, I have another one. Okay, now I'm realizing I have a lot of stories.
Yeah, you have a lot of
I have,
stories.
wait, I have another one. It's not that embarrassing. I mean, no. Okay. Well, it's so what happened was like my mom had this friend and it was like her friend's son's birthday. And I remember like we were just like, playing around and stuff. And I remember we were like running and everything and it was like nighttime. And I remember like my mom's friend backyard has like a sliding door that's like glass. And so
Oh,
we were
okay.
playing we were playing
Okay.
tag, and so I guess I was so into it in the game, like my head was in the game, and I was like, running at the person, like I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, and I remember I ran full speed into the glass door, and I
Ooh.
bounced off. I was like, ka-ching, and I freaking bounced off, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And I surprisingly didn't cry because I was just embarrassed. I was like, "Nothing happened," and so I just ran to the bathroom, and then I cried. I was like, "Oh my god,
At least you went to the
so
bathroom and
embarrassed!"
cried.
Yeah, so that's what happened. Yeah, that was another embarrassing moment.
Did you have to get up like from the bathroom, or like not the bathroom, like when you ran into
Mhm.
like the window, did you get up really fast or did you just kind of sit there for a moment? Let's see.
Wait, what?
Because did you have to like get up from the store, like from the where you fell? Like, did you get up really fast or you just kind of stay there for a minute?
What? uh.
Well, I guess Dad's hungry.
That was my dad, by the way, you guys. He wanted to say hi.
In his shirtless glory.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all I can say.
there's an
I'm like,
embarrassing moment. There you go.
Oh my god. This
Oh my god.
I'm so
Sorry.
We're
glad.
gonna
I'm
have
so
to
I
glad
know what
put
he
editing
wanted.
exists. I'm
right.
so
You're gonna have
glad
to
we're
put a big
editing.
gold star over it.
We just be like,
Oh my
what were you
god.
saying? Sorry.
Okay, yeah. What I was asking, I was like, Dad. I was like, what I was asking. Oh my god, I already like blanked out. No, okay. What I was asking is when you fell and hit like the glass door, did you get up really fast, or did you kind of just sit there and just kind of like I
I
don't know?
got up fast. Like I
Okay,
just
okay.
yeah, I just like was just like nothing happened. And then like I just got up really quickly. So that happened to me.
Oh, okay, okay. So you just got up really quickly, yeah. Because I feel like if it were me,
Yeah.
I just sit there and be like, that happened.
I guess it was
I
like
had,
adrenaline. Like I was just like in like, in
yeah.
my
You're just
head.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I guess that's what happened. I'm surprised it didn't hurt. I don't remember the feeling of it.
Hmm.
I don't remember the feeling.
I think if I had to recall like at a moment where I got hurt and I was embarrassed. I don't know if you guys, well, I don't know if you remember this, Sunny, but I want to say Jorge and Lena. I don't know if you remember it, because I think we used to make a lot of home videos and stuff like that. Like, I guess we just kind of would like kind of like be goofy and like pick a
Yeah.
song and just kind of dance to it, like kind of just like have fun with it on video. I think there was like a Michael Jackson song, and I think it
Yes.
was.
Oh my god. I
Do you
was
remember
hoping
that,
you were
Lena?
gonna. Yeah, I do remember that. It's
Okay.
ingrained into my head.
It's so same for me because it was
Wait, I
embarrassing.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I think it was like I think at my cousin's house it was like we had like a big old screen and it was like the karaoke version of "Beat It" by Michael Jackson, and like I guess it was like a competition to see I guess who had the coolest dance moves, and it was between me, Lena, and my other cousin, and so we were like, okay, here we go, and then we just like hit record. And we're all dancing and stuff like that. And I guess when it got to like that bridge, it was like beat it, right? I was like, oh, I feel good. I'm like, I'm gonna do a sick dance move. And then when I try to kind of show up my other cousins, I try to do this like spinning dance move that Michael Jackson does in his like videos, but I spun too fast, and I think I spun way too fast and landed like cheeks first into the ground, and it really hurt. I was like boom,
I
and I
remember
think
that.
yeah,
What
okay, then you do
happened?
remember it. Okay, yeah, because then I think that's why I was asking if you got up or not. Because I think for me, it was the same thing. Like I think it was the adrenaline that happened, and I got up really fast. I was like, oh, and I just tried to play it off. I was like, I didn't fall. I'm still
Nothing
dancing.
happened.
But I could see Lena and my other cousin cracking up, and I was just like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god. I was like all red, and I was like trying not to like look embarrassed, but I was super embarrassed. I was like, oh my god. And I think I
Oh
ended up
yeah.
losing the contest too. I was like, oh my god, too. It
I
wasn't worth it.
remember Lena just like laughing her head off. She was like,
Yeah.
It was funny, and I didn't want to laugh, but it was just so funny, John. And
It was
yeah,
it
me
was
and my
funny to be
cousin
funny.
Nicole were busting a gut. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Busting a gut.
But yeah, we were busting a gut laughing, and I'm very sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I think after we were done, I was like in the kitchen. I was like, oh my god. It's like, oh my god.
Like
Nothing.
nothing happened.
Yeah, I felt so
Um,
embarrassed. I felt so
I don't know
embarrassed.
about me getting like injured or anything and like being embarrassed. I mean, yeah, like in school, like I got hit in the face with a basketball, and then I was all,
Mm.
oh,
Same.
that hurt. And then they're like, "Are
It
you
does.
okay? Does your face hurt?" And I'm all like, "Of course it hurts." Hello. But yeah, like it was also, yeah, I was like, oh, like I'm so embarrassed, but I was able to like brush it off. But
Mm.
Nothing
this
happened.
this was not necessarily like me getting hurt, more so me passing out. So in
Wait, you passed out? Oh shit.
yeah, like so like I was
Oh
very
my
prone to
god.
passing out like in
Oh my
8th
gosh.
grade high school around that time.
Iron
And
deficiency?
I had something. I don't know. No, I just would get really dehydrated because I wouldn't
Drink your
drink water.
waters, kid.
Right? Drink your water, everybody. Drink your water. You don't want to be like me. So
Yeah.
there was I passed out a lot, but
Oh.
one specifically was my favorite, and like it was embarrassing like after the fact, like not during because obviously I passed out, so I didn't really care.
Yeah, no idea. Yeah.
So what happened was me and my family, Jorge was there. He could definitely vouch for me. We were all there in church.
Yeah.
So we're all in church.
In church.
In the house of the Lord.
We're in the house of the Lord, and it's
God's
that
house.
time in church where you're all doing like the Our Father. So you're like holding hands with everybody, and you're saying the Our Father, and like in the mid in, in the middle of saying the Our in the middle of saying the Our Father, Um, I don't know what happened. I passed out in the middle of it, and I just don't remember. And then yeah, I just remember Jorge dragging me out of the pew.
Oh my
And I'm
gosh.
just like being dragged like out of the church. I'm like halfway between consciousness and unconsciousness, and everybody's looking at me because literally like we had like ended saying the Our Father, or we were about to, and so then I just passed out. So everybody's looking at me like I got possessed or something, or there's a
What?
demon in me.
Oh my
Because
god.
everyone's all like whispering to each
It's
other
like,
because they're like, "Oh my god! Like, did you see that girl just passed out in the middle of church?" And I'm just like, "What's happening?" Like, I'm like,
I can actually add to the story because I remember like I was standing next to her before we started saying Our Father, and I'm all like, she like kind of wobbled. I'm all like, I held her, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine." And then all of a sudden, like we're started doing Our Father. And next thing I know, I have going, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" I'm all scooping her up. I'm like, "Oh God, Dad, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta
"Oh
go."
gosh!"
it's like you're
Oh my
Oh
asleep,
gosh.
bro.
yeah. So between leaving the church and then there's like a community center like right next to the church, so they dragged me into the community center with the bathrooms, and I just remember just laying in a bathroom stall.
They like get the toilet water and just wake you up, like, wake up, wake
Right,
up,
they're
wake
trying to
up.
like they like went to the sink, and they're like trying to like splash water on me and stuff, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I bye."
I'm fine. I just need water.
I just need water. I was severely dehydrated.
It
But
was
yeah,
hot. It
that
was a
was
hot day
funny.
too.
Was it
It
like
was
So
a
oh was it
hot
summer?
day. It was
yeah.
summer, and the
Um
that church specifically, like they will not turn the AC on, but when it's winter,
Oh.
they will definitely turn the heater on. And I'm like, why won't you turn the air
What's
on
the
in
difference?
here? Right? What's the
oh my
difference? You're
Jesus.
paying the same. I don't understand.
Dang. Oh my god. I don't think I ever passed out in a church. But I did remember I think I like farted in a church.
I feel
I
like
have
anyone's
IBS, okay? Leave me alone. Um
So gassy.
see. I
Oh.
but it wasn't loud. It wasn't
Right?
like echoey. But I remember it was like pretty loud that the people around me heard it. But I was like a kid, so they were like, "Oh, so cute." He like
Oh, it's so
did,
cute.
you know,
Tootin' kid.
just
Just a
like
little tootie kid.
yeah, a little teeny kid. It would have been different. I was an adult. They'd be like,
You were like, the hell?
"What did you eat?" It's like Chipotle.
Chipotle. Oh my gosh.
gosh.
Yeah, cause
But I guess I have one more injury story.
oh yeah,
I didn't
lay
really
it on us, Jorge.
I didn't really get hurt, but I was actually with the three of you. It was Black Friday, and we were going to Joann's. I don't know why we went to Joann's, but we're like, we're gonna go to
Oh
Joann's,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
and
Crickets.
I'm I'm walking in, and I'm about to walk in. I'm like, oh look, this door's open, and I remember Lena saying, no, the entrance is this way, and I'm like, no, it's fine, it's open. So while I'm turning around talking to Lena, I have my arm extended towards the door, and it closes on my arm, and I'm like, ah,
Oh,
because the
And
sliding
it was
doors
like
close on
it
me,
closed on him like this, like his whole head was like out and his arm.
yeah.
Oh God, poor Jorge.
and I
Oh
was all like,
And we're all just
no.
oh
sitting there like,
no.
And we're just like, even the
We're just
workers
like,
were like, "Oh my
"Oh my
god,
god!"
can we help this
Like,
man?"
911.
Right. And I just like
It was
pull my arm out, and
hilarious.
I'm like, okay, anyways, so let's go through the door.
Yeah, yeah. It was so quick though. It was like he was like, ah, and then he just walked. I was like,
Right?
okay.
Right.
It was
We were still
hilarious.
just
Unfazed by a door
like,
closing
"Are
on
you
me.
okay?" Right?
I'm like,
It
ah,
was
that's fine, I'm
hilarious.
fine.
Oh my gosh.
oh my
No.
gosh.
That was funny to me. That's another core memory in my brain that I
Right?
think about. It like the face he made. He was like,
I'm
ah.
like, ah.
Right. Like he
like,
looked like
like,
he was in like a whole bunch of agony and stuff, but like,
but it was
but
so good. The funny part was like it
but
was quick.
yeah,
Like his
it was
it was,
quick
it was like
and like
It was just like,
you could tell that, like
like,
he wasn't like actually hurt or anything. It was just
yeah,
like it's kind of like when you like stub your toe and you're kind of like but like you're like super
yeah,
dramatic about it. And that's what happened to Hori because he like wasn't expecting it, so he's all like,
yeah. It was like the funny part was like it was just so quick. He was like, ah, what was that? I was like, I don't know, girl. The same mindset of me too. I'm like, I don't know what the hell happened. It
oh
was
my
hilarious.
gosh. Yeah, because I think I'm trying to think of my own embarrassing moments, but I was actually wondering if Lena or Jorge can confirm because I remember you guys telling me a story about my other cousin where I'm just gonna say two things. Remember that I think it was at Target and I think it was a Colonel. Do you guys remember what I'm talking
I
about?
do.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was like a Target and Colonel. When you guys told me that story,
I don't
I was
I
so
don't think
like,
for some reason I don't think Lena was there. I think it was just me, you, and my sister for some reason. I don't know why.
oh really? Oh.
Was I there?
Yeah. No. Or maybe you were. I don't know. I know Jonathan was there. I know my sister was there. And I know we were all eating
I
popcorn. And then all of a
Yeah, I can tell.
sudden,
Sorry.
yeah.
I don't remember this.
right.
Like we're all just walking, eating popcorn, and next thing you know, like I'm pretty sure it was my sister, right? Or was it you? I forget. One of us starts. Oh my gosh, I'm getting attacked by my cat. Hold on, Jonathan, you
No,
get to do the story.
no, you're good. You're good. You're good, Jorge. Because I thought it was just funny. Because it's like I know it's not my embarrassing moment, but like when Jorge mentioned to me, I started busting out laughing because like it was such a good story. Because I just can't
Did it
imagine.
happen? Who did it happen to? Did it happen to my
I
sister?
think yeah, I think it happened to your sister because I think because I don't remember the details because I was like busting out laughing, but I think Jorge was trying to help her because I think we were all eating popcorn, and
Mm.
I think it was happening, but I don't know if you want to finish
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
Jorge, if you're all good.
So yeah, yeah, we were walking by and we were just eating popcorn. Next thing you know, my sister starts like choking on a popcorn kernel, and she's all like, I'm like, what's going on? And she's all like. And I'm like, oh my god, where's the soda? Get a water or something. And then like after a little bit, like she was fine, but I'm like, we're all freaking out. 'Cause
Yeah, we're
you
just
know
Oh
how
like,
my
our sister is.
god.
She's like over dramatic with the littlest of things. She's like over the top about everything. And
Oh
she's
my
just like,
gosh.
and she's like, the popcorn. And I'm like, oh, okay. Whew. But yeah,
Oh my
that was
gosh.
wild.
yeah, because I think I remember her trying to like I guess spit it out. I think she did and eventually get it out, but the way it happened, she was just like, and I'm like, oh my god. And then she's like spit it out, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, Jorge, what's going on? And she's like, oh, we sure she was okay, but it was just I bet she was super embarrassed because I think it was like at a Target. But I think it was a
Yeah, it
bunch of people
was.
around. That's why I was like, oh my gosh. It was kind of like everyone started looking around like, what? What's going on? you know?
Oh my
Mm.
god.
I can't imagine what she felt. I was like, oh my god. Oh, I feel that.
I don't know why
Yeah.
the people choking is funny to me. I'm
Oh my
sorry.
god,
Oh my
Sunny.
No, because
gosh.
I have phobia of choking, so I don't know why. Like it's funny when people choke. No, not
Well,
nervous.
if we
I'm not no, but like
well,
it's just
if
like
we have
I guess like
a
story.
bring up another memory of someone choking on something over here when she was a
Me?
little
Oh no,
girl.
I was gonna save that for the near death
Oh, okay,
experiences
we'll save
episode
that
we
for
were
another
gonna
time
do.
then.
But yeah, you'll enjoy that one, Miss
Yeah,
Clicks,
yeah, that was great.
because that was an experience. Literally almost
Oh
died like
God,
2 times.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh
Oh my
my
God.
gosh.
But to bring up horror, there was one time when we went to the mall and I was older already, but I don't know. I'm like if I was that much older, if I was like I was at least in high school,
Yeah, I feel like you
and
were at
we
least
went.
maybe a
I was at
junior, at
least in
least a
right.
junior, senior in high school.
So
Yeah.
so I was older already, and we went to the mall and we went to the food court, and my sister was all like, "Oh, what do you want to eat?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'll have McDonald's," and everyone else was gonna have something else. So I'm like, I'll just go order it myself and like I'll pay, like it's fine. So I walked off and I went to go order my McDonald's, and there was a super cute guy working at the McDonald's that was gonna take my order. And he's all like, "So what'll you have?" And I'm all like flirting it up with the guy. And then Jorge shows up out of nowhere and I'm like, "Hello?" And he's all like, "Do you want me to pay for you?" Oh, do you want me to pay?
So,
You want me to pay for you, Lena? And I'm all like, no. I'm like, I'm fine. He's all like, so what did you order? Did you want me to order for you? You want your chicken nuggets? Like just laying it
a
on, and I'm
happy
all like,
meal.
happy meal. You gotta get your happy meal. I'm all like, Jorge, please. I'm all like, I'm fine. He's like, let me pay for you. He's opening up his wallet. Let me pay for
Yeah,
you. And I'm like,
I
I
got it.
got
I got
it.
it.
Leave. And the other guy, like literally the cashier, was all like, so I'm gonna go make your order. And like, I didn't see him after that. And I was like, Jorge,
Sad.
I
This
can't
is so
believe
funny.
it.
It's
Sad.
funny because
I'm
like
When
tired.
any
chicken
other guy, right?
nuggies.
We're so oblivious. We're so oblivious of things
Yeah.
happening, like stuff like that
Mhm.
happening, like when people are flirting or whatever. We're just like, so yeah, so like it's like all normal, like, and we're like, uh oh,
Mm-hmm.
I put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah.
Right after the fact that he already
Yep,
embarrassed
it's
me,
too
and I was
late.
like, it was too
Chicken
late, and I was like,
nuggies.
"His chicken
Chicken nuggies.
nuggets."
Oh my gosh.
Chicken nuggies.
I kept telling them,
Mm.
I'm like, just go, leave,
I
leave. I
didn't get the
don't
hint.
need your
I couldn't get the
help. And
hint.
he's just
Nope.
like, no, I'll stay here with
With
Yeah.
you.
You.
I'm
It's
like,
like,
oh my
oh
gosh.
no,
Wait, I
damn.
have another embarrassing moment. I'm gonna put my mommy on blast, but it's
Shout out,
mom.
mom. What's up, mom?
Yeah.
Shout out.
So
Hi,
what happened?
Tia.
So what had happened was, like, I think I told the story, but I'm not sure. Um, but so we wanted to get sandwiches, and the
Oh,
thing is that
you know
like,
what story you're gonna go talk
do
about,
you
but
know the
yeah.
story? Okay,
Yeah, I know where
so
you're going.
me and my mom, like, we were gonna get sandwiches because we were hungry, right? And so there's this new sandwich shop that opened around us, and so we decided to get sandwiches. And so we were like ordering our like meal and everything. And the thing is that like my mom pays with cash, like she's not a card person, and so like she wanted to pay with cash, and so like she like paid, but she wanted change, right? And then like I guess like the girl was like, oh, here's your receipt, and she was like, I need my change, and then the girl was like, oh, well, I already put it in the system, you know what I mean? And she was like, well, I want my change back, right? And she's like, and then the girl, I feel like the girl, I feel it was her first time ever, I feel like working in general, because she was like low key having like a panic attack. She was like, I already put the change. I don't know what to do. And then my mom like was like, but I need my change. Can you just like do something about it? And she's like, I don't know. And then she was like, I don't. And then she started having a panic attack and like she was crying and she was like, I can't do this. And she just went to the back And then like the male worker was just like, "What happened?" And I was like, "We just needed her change." And he was like, "Oh, okay, let me call my manager," because like it was kind of, I think it was like a old school system, because like he would have to have a key to
Hmm.
open the
Oh,
change,
okay.
right? And so like he just went in, and I was like, and then he was like, "Oh, sorry, this is her first day," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then like he like put the key in to give her change. He's like, "Have a nice day," and then she was like crying. She was like, I was like,
Oh.
"I feel bad," and my mom was like, "She should not work." I was like, "Oh."
Oh
I
my
was like,
goodness.
Mom.
I was like, "Damn, mom." I was like, and so yeah, we got her like our like sandwiches, but like now we felt bad the entire time eating. It was horrible. I was embarrassed. Everyone was looking at us. I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, gee, I was like, "Mom, we don't need the change." She's like, "No, I want my change." I'm like, "Forget about it." I was like, "It's just quarters." And so yeah, she got her change, and I got embarrassed. So we all won.
You guys all won.
Yeah. So
Oh
that was an
no.
embarrassing moment. So yeah, this is why I
Oh,
don't like having change.
I forgot to say that we already passed the 50-minute mark. We're at an hour already. But
Oh.
I have,
Oh,
I have
Oh,
one more embarrassing story.
okay.
But does
Okay.
anyone else have any embarrassing stories?
No, you're
I'm
good.
good.
Mm-hmm.
No.
All good.
Okay.
Shoot.
So I'm in school. It's like
Ooh.
8th grade, and we are approaching graduation. And there was this guy that I really liked from like third grade to like 8th grade. And like we would always subtly like flirt with each other or whatever, or be like like it was just very cutesy between us. And then I was like, well, we're gonna be graduating soon, so like I might as well tell him that I like him. But I didn't want to like tell him face to face because I was a big baby about it when I was younger. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna tell him, so like I'm just gonna write it down on like a little post-it note and then send it to
Like,
him.
yes or no?
Right? So I was just like, I just wanted to tell you that like I like you and blah 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 blah. But like I didn't say like, do you like me? Or
Mm-hmm.
like I didn't say anything. I was just like, I'm just letting you know. I like you. And then so I'm all like, here, pass this to blah blah blah. I'm not gonna say his name. I ain't gonna shout it out. I'm still embarrassed. Still embarrassed. But so they sent it to the guy, and then I'm like waiting and waiting, and like I know he's seen it. I saw him read it. And so I guess he was still trying to figure out what the heck he was gonna say. And then all of a sudden, like I see him like write something down, and then he sends it my way. And then I'm all like, I was like so nervous. I'm all like, I don't know what he's gonna say. And so I think we're like about to go to like one of the last recess or whatever. And so I'm like, I'm gonna read it like right before we go out to recess. And so the bell rings for us to go. And then I open up the note, and then it just says, thank. And that was it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
damn.
It just
Oh,
said, thanks. And I was
Oh,
like,
thanks.
thanks. I was like, okay, then thank you. That was it. Thanks. And I was like,
thanks.
Oh,
okay.
you're just like my
Okay.
heart, my
All right.
heart.
I
Right.
was like, this isn't what I was expecting. I was either expecting a I like you back, or a you know what, let's just be friends. Instead I just got a thanks. And I was like, and I kept that note for so long, and I would look at it and be like, this still
Thanks.
hurts.
At least it didn't say
This
me
still hurts.
too. At least
What
it didn't say
happened?
me too. At least it didn't say me too.
Me too, what?
I like myself too.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
like, that
like
would
trying
have
to
been
like,
worse. I'd be like, me too. I'm like,
me
oh,
too. I like me too.
oh,
No,
like
but
super
yeah.
cocky about it. Oh man.
Just a thumbs up, we're sitting over there, he just
No.
gives you a thumbs up. You don't know what that means,
Like
just a thumbs up.
Right.
it's
like,
just like
Right. I just got a thanks. And then I was like, well, at least we're graduating. But I mean, then we ended up going to the same high school. And literally, I
oh
had like the first class I had for freshman year was PE with him. And I was like,
oh
great.
no.
so that was fun.
You're probably
Yeah.
just like oh.
If he is watching, I mean, he would know who he is, obviously. Hi.
Yeah.
I'm still embarrassed. You embarrassed
Hi.
me.
You made me laugh. Hi.
I
Right?
mean, it's funny now, but like it still does hurt. I cannot think about it for too long because then I'm all like, oh,
You're just like oh.
oh, it
Oh my
still hurts.
god. Yeah. Wait, I remember. Oh, I have a. I think I have a something similar to you, but it didn't happen though. Like in my head. Well, like I
It didn't
remember I
happen.
had this.
Well, it's all
No,
made
no,
up.
it did happen. But I had a crush on this guy, but like he was like straight, right? And so, but like he was really nice to me, and like I had a crush on him. And I remember like I had a crush on him like kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. Really long time. Yeah, I know. But I lost feeling for him like ninth to like to 12th grade, like to like when we graduated from seniors. But the thing is, he was sitting next to me. I don't want to say that. I don't feel like you'll know now since I said he was sitting next to me. Sorry, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, but like he was sitting next to me in graduation. I remember like I was like, you know what? I'm probably never gonna see him ever again. I want to tell him that I had a crush on him, but I feel like it'd be really awkward. And so this entire time I was like, should I tell him? Should I not? Should I tell him? Should I not? And then like we went our separate ways. And I was like, okay, well he'll never know.
Oh,
But
Well,
yeah,
never.
so yeah, I was gonna say to him, but I was like, and so I just sat there like,
So if you're seeing this, we would like a response.
no,
Yes.
We would like a video response. Send it
no,
to tableof4podcast@gmail.com.
no,
All right.
no. I don't
Or
think he
post it on
knows
your
who he
TikTok
is.
and link it to us, or on your
No,
Instagram, or on
no.
Twitter.
Instagram, comment on
No,
this
no, you
video.
don't want nothing to do with me. I'm rotten. I'm gross.
oh my
No,
god.
no,
Yeah,
No.
we'll
yeah,
specifically
He's like,
open a thread just for this,
no,
to
no.
you,
To
the
you,
viewer.
the
the
viewer.
viewer.
Um, but yeah, to end the video, but thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to
I'm
give it a like and
red.
um
Bears.
subscribe.
I'm bad.
And if you guys want
Love.
to also check our link tree, so also our individual links will be there too. But yeah, thanks for
Right.
watching, you guys. Anything else to say before we go off?
Yeah, let us know if you pooped your pants or ever peed your pants or were cringing
Okay.
at yourself, at your emo self. Let us know in the comments because I want to know because I know we're not the only ones. So
Right.
Right, I would also like to know if anyone has told someone that they liked them and they just got a thanks in return.
yeah, let us know down in the comments. I would love to read all
Let
the
us
comments.
know. Let us know.
No.
Shit in your pants. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Later.